And the chair recognizes the senator from Hampshire, Franklin, and Worcester, Ms. Comerford.
Thank you so much, President, and through you to the members. Today, Madam President, I'm rising in support of legislation which passed the Senate last session and which in sessions before that was filed by you, Madam President. And today, I want to raise up an extraordinary advocate who moved me mightily, much like Elle moved you, Madam President. As you and my tremendous colleagues know, every once in a while, there's a lightning bolt, a clarion call to action, a brave and galvanizing force. For me, enter 10-year-old Sammy, someone who I'll call a miracle of a human. Sammy submitted testimony in support of this bill, an act relative to gender identity on Massachusetts identification, when it had a hearing before the Joint Committee on Transportation. This legislation, Madam President, will allow someone to change their gender, including choosing a non-binary option on a driver's license and other identification cards, codifying current practice adopted by the Massachusetts RMV. It also provides for similar options regarding birth certificates and directs the state to develop a plan for non-binary options on all state forms and documents. The designation X has emerged as standard gender-neutral designation on state IDs and records and is available on at least 20 states' driver's license, like in Massachusetts. 14 states allow an X designation on birth certificates. An X marker is also consistent with sex designation standards for internationally recognized IDs and passports as set by the International Civil Aviation Association. And most recently, and I think notably, the Biden administration announced that it's working to allow individuals to self-identify their gender, including non-binary, on U.S. passports. This is real international and national progress. And with this legislation, Madam President, the Commonwealth has the potential to both listen to Sammy and Elle and catch up. Just for a moment, if my colleagues will allow me, I'm just going to read an excerpt from Sammy's testimony. My name is Sammy. I live with my family, my mom, my dad, my younger sibling, 10 pets plus a bunch of snails, a dog, a bearded dragon, 5 fish, a frog, and 2 guinea pigs. I just turned 10. When I was born, people thought I was a boy, but I'm not. For a while, when I started wanting to wear dresses and skirts and choosing pink and purple things, my parents were confused. For a little while, we said I was a transgender girl, but I knew that wasn't right either. But that was the only language we knew. We just immediately assumed that if I was not a boy, I must be a trans girl. So I told my parents, okay, I'm a girl. Then my parents and I looked up gender words together on the internet. There were hundreds. We slowly scrolled down. When we got to non-binary and the definition, quote, gender identities that are neither male nor female, I said, that's me. That was right around my 5th birthday. In fact, on my 5th birthday, I wore a big pink flower dress, and underneath it, I wore a boy's bathing suit. My party was at the beach, Sammy wrote. Some people like me on their birth certificates and other important forms would be put into a man or a boy box or a male box. But even though I am male, I am not a boy. And those boxes are wrong. Every time I have to choose between 2 genders, I have no place to be. It makes me feel invisible. It happens to me all the time. I have to choose to be someone I'm not if I want to participate. And every time it reminds me that I don't belong. But I do belong, wrote Sammy. The world keeps insisting that I don't. If enough people, Sammy continues, don't understand about gender identity, then people like me will be discriminated against, and people will be mean. If the law protects people like me to be able to express ourselves like everybody else does, then it will become safer for all of us. Then I won't have to explain every single time I meet someone in public and they use the wrong pronoun for me. And I just have to explain or not say anything at all, which feels bad. If the law changes, then people will learn in those moments when I get misgendered won't happen so much. Also, people who do not know this existed and are struggling or questioning their own gender identity will know they are not alone, that there are other people like me, like them, and they won't be so sad, wrote Sammy. The legislature, Madam President, and I know you know this, must ensure that all of our constituents have access to IDs with non-binary gender markers as beautifully diverse as they are. And I think you'd agree, Madam President, let's not keep Sammy waiting, or Elle waiting, any longer. Please let me extend my deep thanks to the gentleman from Westport and the Senate Ways and Means team who dug in mightily on this legislation. They are true allies, as is your staff, Madam President. Also, I have a debt of gratitude to the Massachusetts Trans Political Coalition, GLAAD, Mass Equality, the Mass LGBTQ Youth Coalition, and so many more advocates. Please let me also say that the House has two champions, Representatives Mindy Daum and Marjorie Decker, who are working their bill forward with great purpose. I would be deeply grateful to my colleagues for a yes vote on this bill, and I request, Madam President, that when a vote be taken, it be taken by a call of the yeas and the nays.
Hampshire, Franklin, and Worcester, Ms. Comerford requests that when a vote be taken on this matter, it be taken by a call of the yeas and nays. Sufficient number having arisen, a call of the yeas and nays will be ordered. Thank you.